Dear students, today we will continue with telephone network. Telephone networks are used to transmit analog signals, and it uses one model called OSI model. And in that, the first layer is physical layer. It is the service to provide physical media. You can see here. Okay, first layer is physical layer. At the bottom it is physical layer. Some people will follow from this side, some people will follow from this side. Okay, then now this is a first layer and there will be a physical devices. Telephone networks can carry any type of protocol data. Protocol means set of rules to govern the information. The data transmission speed depends on the performance of the modem and quality of the line. Data transmission depends upon performance of the modem device and quality of the line, the communication line what we are using. And here you can see this is physical layer, and then there will be a data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then presentation, then application layer. And we will see more about it. Advantages and disadvantages of telephone network. It is circuit switching network, therefore any receiver can be selected and there is virtually no transmission delay. Okay, it uses circuit switching network. Remember, telephone network uses circuit switching network. As it is widely spread, therefore it is available at a low price. Disadvantage, it requires a long time for connection. A dial-up operation is necessary before the line can be connected to the receiver. This dial-up time is too long to use in data communication systems. Second one, it has low transmission speed. The line quality is not sufficient for data transmission and is therefore not appropriate for high-speed data transmission because telephone lines were originally developed for audio communication. Okay, remember, line quality is not sufficient for data transmission. For the data transmission, the telephone networks are not good. For voice, it's okay. Cellular telephone network. Cellular network is formed of small cells. It covers a geographical region, has a base station analogous to 802.11 AP, which helps mobile user to attach to a network, and there is an air interface of physical and link layer protocol between mobile and base stations. Okay. As shown in figure, a cellular system comprises the following basic components: mobile station, that is mobile handset, which is used by an user to communicate with another user. Here you can see these are all mobile stations. There are so many users here. Okay, and then second one, cell. Each cellular service area is divided into small regions called cell, maybe 5 to 20 kilometers. Now this is a one region or one area. This is another region. This is another region. Base station. Each cell contains an antenna which is controlled by a small office. Okay, which is controlled by small office. Okay, that is called as BS, base station. And here you can see mobile switching center. For that, these stations are connected and this station will distribute or connected to mobile stations. Okay, this is a normal operation method. Stationary phone, public switch telephone network. Okay, if it is a landline, then it may be a same type of method, but there will be a PSTN in between, then it will be connected to this center. Transmitting and receiving. Transmitting involves the following steps. A caller enters a 10-digit code, that is phone number, and presses the send button. So when you are making a phone call on a cell, the MS mobile station scans the band to select a free channel and sends a strong signal to send the number entered. The base station relays the number to the MSC, okay, mobile switching center. The MSC in turn dispatches the request to all the base stations in the cellular system. The mobile identification number MIN is then broadcast over all the forward control channels throughout the cellular system. It is known as paging system. Okay, that means the MIN is sent throughout these networks, and afterwards it connects to one mobile station. The MS mobile station responds by identifying itself over the reverse control channel. The base station relays the acknowledgement sent by the mobile and informs the MSC about the handshake. The MSC assigns an unused voice channel to the call and call is established. Okay. And the receiving side. Receiving involves the following steps. All the idle mobile stations continuously listens to the paging signal to detect messages directed at them. When a call is placed to a mobile station, a packet is sent to the call is home MSC to find out where it is. A packet is sent to the base station in its current cell, which then sends a broadcast on the paging channel. The callee MS responds on the control channel. In response, a voice channel is assigned and ringing starts at the mobile station. Okay, that MS is mobile, each mobile. And this receiving and transmission is day-to-day activities of mobile. The computer communication system. The computer communication system is an example of a system using telephone network. The system is used to send and receive mail, connection to the internet, if the account is TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Post messages on a bulletin board system by accessing the host computer system of an ISP through telephone network. Okay, maybe if the BSNL is your ISP, Internet Service Provider, then computer host computer system connects to that BSNL through telephone network. That is the concept. Maybe for example, here you can see user 1 to user n, many number of users. They will connect to this system by using modem. Okay, telephone network. This is a telephone network. Then internet service provider. Okay, and we are connecting them to internet service ISPs, maybe BSNL, and by that there may be modem, router, okay, other components will be there on this side. The internet. The Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, ARPANET, was an early packet switching network. Even for the internet, the beginning name was ARPANET when it was started in 90s. Okay, and the first network to implement the protocol suite, that is TCP/IP. Both technologies became the technical foundation of the internet. That means ARPANET and the packet switching network made internet possible. The ARPANET was initially founded by the Advanced Research Projects Agency (ARPA) of the United States Department of Defense. The packet switching methodology employed in the ARPANET was based on concepts and designs by American Leonard Kenrock and Paul Barron, British scientists Donald Davis and Lawrence Roberts. The TCP/IP communication protocols were developed for the ARPANET. In the beginning, ARPANET was developed, and for the communication now rule protocol they have set by using TCP/IP. International Standard Organization (ISO). As you know, ISO is the one organization which gives different standards for the working. As you know, for the educational standard, there is one ISO number. For the product standard, there is one ISO number. There is like ISO 9000, 9001, again ISO 8000. There are so many numbers. Okay, that is called as International Standard Organization, ISO. It is for the standardization on a wide range of subjects. It is comprised mainly of members from the Standards Committee of various governments throughout the world. It is even responsible for developing models which provide high level of system compatibility, quality enhancement, improved productivity, and reduced costs. The ISO is responsible for endorsing and coordinating the work of the other standard organization. Okay. Second one, International Telecommunication, Union Telecommunication Sector, ITUT. ITUT is one of the 4 permanent parts of the International Telecommunication Union based on Geneva, Switzerland. Okay, just for the idea. IEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE, is an international professional organization founded in the United States and is comprised of electronics, computer and communication engineers. It is currently the world's largest professional society with over 2 lakh members. It develops communication and information processing standards with the underlying goal of advancing theory, creativity, and product quality in any field related to electrical or electronic engineering. ANSI, American National Standard Institute. ANSI is the official standard agency for the United States and is the US voting representative for the ISO. ANSI is completely private, non-profit organization comprised of equipment manufacturers and users of data processing equipment and services. Next one, Electronic Industry Association, EIA, is a non-profit US trade association that establishes and recommends industrial standards. Okay, so all these are different standard committees or organization. Okay, ANSI, EIA, IEA, ISO, all are standard organizations. Thank you, students. In the next class, we will see other concepts. Thank you. God bless you.